Okay guys, Soopa-Dave here, and today I am really excited about doing this guide. This is one I've actually wanted to do for a little bit. Today I'm going to help you out on armor for you and your thralls, and kind of give you the best armor or the best kind of guide to pick the right armor, because there is no one armor that is going to be best in this game for everybody, and there's a lot of things you guys need to know before you make your decision. So I'm going to try to make this very quick and right to the point, and simplified as much as I can, because there's a lot to go into it, but we're gonna narrow it down for you guys. So let's get started. We're gonna start off with the basics that you might already know, but if you don't, this is gonna help you out quite a bit. As you can see by the arrow right here, there's three different types of groups of armor. There are light, medium, and heavy. Now, personally, there is no reason for me to recommend using light, as you have the same mobility and agility to get away with stuff as you do in medium. Plus, you just have a lot more armor in medium. So I wouldn't recommend using light unless you feel really comfortable doing it. But on about 90% of people in their builds, I'm going to recommend heavy sets. You can still dodge most attacks with heavy, and if you do get in heavy and get hit, you're not going to take a big beating out of it. One more basic thing about armor: there is a different tier set to each set that you can make. The most basic being this set here. And if you guys pay attention to the black and red box, you will see there's differences when you go. So these purple outlined ones are epic, and they're next stage up. They also give you higher armor, stuff, etc. like that. They're also harder to make. And then you'll have like your best set, which is, there's also tiers to the quality of each set. So besides just having epic and normal, you will have flawless or exceptional or just normal. Flawless being the best, and they also change what you're going to get for bonus points. For example, we're going to equip this set right here, and then we'll go look at our attributes, and you'll see we're getting +5 on strength here. And if we equip this set here, we should get +9, and we do, just because of it being flawless. And if you look, my armor rating right now is 903 with the good set. If we go back to the lower tier of regular, you will see it actually does go down too. So that's one thing to keep in mind, guys. Basically, every armor set that you can make in the game will give you bonus stats. As you can see, if you look at the red and black box again, this particular garden set gives you bonus strength, and most sets, they are all bonus strength, but I have an example of which case it's not. As you see on the Silent Legion set here that I have, the helmet gives you accuracy, the chest plate gives you bonus strength, vitality, grit, and encumbrance. But most set, if you see here, this is all encumbrance. And if you look at the Hyborian, this is all bonus strength. The set I am currently wearing is also bonus encumbrance. So just keep that in mind, guys, when you're picking your armor. That's probably the most important thing, besides having the flawless epic set. Also, a very important thing, guys, is make sure that you know whether the set is a cold weather or a warm weather set. And you can look by seeing the snowflake here. This Guardian set is a cold resistant, so it's going to help you out in the cold. And this set here is going to help you out in the sun. I would definitely pay attention to this, guys, because they really, the set that I'm on right now, if you look over here, is actually will help you in the warmth, even though this set here is a cold set, and it does not look like it would protect you from the cold at all. So make sure you pay attention to that icon, guys. That will help you out a lot. Now I'm going to help you guys get into the nitty-gritty about what set you're going to want, and essentially you're going to be picking off of what your bonus stat will be on that set. An easy way to go about doing this is going to your attributes, and however you've been building your character, a very good way to match your armor up to it is whatever attribute you have highest. For me, it's encumbrance, but that's only because of my armor. They're actually, my strength, vitality, encumbrance are all the same without my armor bonus. You're going to want to go with them. For example, if you're building a strength guy, 9 strength is really going to help you out here, especially when you see up there that the cost is 7 per level. That strength is really going to help you get to the next perk if that's what you're going for. And I highly recommend building it so that you can get to the next perk. A lot of times, like when I do this build, I actually have normally 31 strength so that I can get to the tier 4, and then I get that bonus deflection perk off to the side. Also, I'm going to help you narrow out what stats are probably not going to help you in your armor very much. Unless you're doing a bow build, which I wouldn't recommend because it isn't a very good build in Conan. But if you are going to need accuracy. But if you don't have a bow, don't do accuracy at all. I don't recommend grit very much either, or survival. Now that kind of leaves encumbrance, vitality, agility, and strength. And for what you get in each one of them, to simplify this, agility, that bonus that you get from the armor, is not nearly as good what you're going to get from vitality or strength. So if you have the same exact equipment as somebody else, and they have you have 10 more points in agility, and you're going for that armor bonus, and they have 10 more points into vitality, you're going to lose that battle. I know that sounds weird. I don't want to necessarily get into details on that. There's a lot of good videos on that. And actually, there's a very similar way that strength is actually more helpful in a battle than vitality. But if you're a defensive player, vitality is very good as well. You can also mix and match your bonus stats. So if you wanted... let's say you were just close to getting a perk in vitality and strength, you could actually mix them up both to make sure that you got both extra perks. It's actually a good way to get perks and not to spend a lot of points on them, because you see after the 3rd tier perk, everything starts costing 7. That's generally why I don't go over it, and I use my armor to get to the next perk when I want that perk. You can also modify your armor, guys, and I would make sure I would always do it, modify it with something. I wouldn't recommend using the plating like a lot of people do, as when you add it to a piece, we'll add it here, so pay attention to stats, guys. Look at your durability in the armor value. It's 336 and 1800. When you add this, it will destroy your durability. So it took it down essentially 1/3 of the durability, and it really only added 3 points, which is not going to help you in a battle that much, and you're just going to have to repair your armor a lot more. Now, if you're doing it for your thrall, I highly recommend the plating, because thralls don't take durability damage on armor or weapons, so you could do it that way. I personally recommend doing the reinforced one, because if you look here, I don't lose any armor and I gain durability, so it's going to save you some resources. There's also other ones, the flexibility kit and the reduction kit, which you can do. I personally don't recommend them. I generally just do the reinforcement kit to get longer durability out of my armor. One thing I want to make sure I let you know is you will see people run around in Silent Legion armor, and honestly it's a waste, because if you look here, the helmet has bonus accuracy and the tacet or legs have bonus grit, which isn't going to help you. I'm not sure why people run around in this armor. I think it's because it's kind of a challenge to get that armor, but I definitely wouldn't recommend this, guys, on you or your thrall. So if the Silent Legion set isn't a good set, what is a good set? Well, I'm going to help you out here. About 70 to probably 90% of you guys are going to be looking for strength or encumbrance and maybe vitality. So for strength and encumbrance, these are my favorites personally. Now, there are some others in the game, but these are my favorite to build because they're relatively easy to build and not too hard to get. This is the Guardian set. It is a cold weather strength set. I use this one almost on every thrall that I have, actually. And here is a Hyborian set, which is a similar set, except for it's for warm weather. This set here, the Guardian set, I believe is in the Derketo DLC. Correct me if I'm wrong in the bottom, guys. This one is unlocked, and you just get it when you go to your flawless feats here. I will show you really quick, just in case somebody doesn't know where to go to get them. It is in this epics. You will unlock all that. You can actually unlock all these epics right here. So let's go back over. Now for the encumbrance, which is the thing I probably actually use most on my character, I definitely love the Heavy Pauldron set. This is just the basic set, but it's bonus encumbrance and it helps you in the heat. Most people will build in where it's warmer, so this is a set you're gonna probably want to wear. And for if you are in the cold for encumbrance, this Imperial set is really good, and I believe this is the DLC of the Far East, and you unlock them pretty much the same way, the Heavy Pauldron, as you would the Hyborian over in your feats. Another tip that I'm going to give you that will help you quite a bit, and I find maybe not a lot of people actually do, is if you are wearing, for right now, I am wearing a hot set to help cool me down. You can, what I always do is I put on a cold weather set for my guys so that when we are up, if I decide to go up north, all I have to do is switch out his armor for mine, and that works really well. That's why I have a tendency to use this Guardian set, and I have a tendency to wear this Heavy Pauldron, and then they can just switch them because he will not die of cold in the cold. So guys, I hope this beginner's guide to armor will help you choose the best armor for you. And remember, one set of armor is not going to be the best for everybody. So keep that in mind when you're commenting down below. Also, if you feel like this beginner's guide helped you to pick your best armor, I do have more guides for other things, including Thralls and a total beginner's guide. I will leave the playlist down in the description for you guys. And hopefully you folks have an amazing day. Have a good one.